Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be at. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be at. Passport Bros, public service announcement. Public service announcement. Um, a lot of you Passport Bros, like myself, uh, are going to these foreign countries and experiencing being surrounded by some of the most beautiful women we've seen in our lives. Uh, I know South America is a big continent that is popular amongst the Passport Bros. Asia is also a big continent that is popular amongst the Passport Bros. Not so much a lot of Passport Bro activity in these European countries, Middle Eastern countries. Although some Passport Bros have gone there, the majority of the Passport Bros that you see online frequent South America and Asia. When I was a young Passport Bro, before the Passport Bro name what it is today, I too frequented South America for various reasons. You know, from going from the West, going from the United States, going from America to South America was a cheap flight. You could get a flight for a couple $100s, right? It wasn't no cheap flights from my state. It wasn't no cheap flights from America to Asia. You know, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours away. It wasn't any cheap flights from America to Europe, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours away. But I'm not into European women per se, so I would have never, ventured to Europe if I had the choice. It wasn't any cheap flights from America to Africa. The cheapest flight going from one continent to another was indeed America to South America. There is no excuse, but I found myself attracted to voluptuous women. I found myself attracted to curvy women. I found myself attracted to women who had, um, you know, big assets. And I've always kind of been attracted to women who are voluptuous, women who are curvy. I was never really attracted to skinny women. I always liked my women to have meat on their bones. But I found myself attracted to someone, and I found myself later on being married as a young Passport Bro. I met someone like some of you all. I was physically attracted to her, and I decided to marry her as a young Passport Bro. But some mistakes were made along the way, uh, and I apologize for those mistakes. And it's 100% my fault. I, as a young Passport Bro, found someone that I was physically attracted to. I married them like most women will if you ask them. And I was unfaithful. I was unfaithful. And I'm going to read you a message uh, that I found that she wrote. And it reads, I married you too young, but I was in love with you for real. But you was with a lot of girls, and this made me feel that I'm not the right one for you. Let's be honest. As a Passport Bro, as a young Western man traveling, we are continually to make the same mistake over and over and over again. That mistake is finding someone who's attractive that you could see yourself spending the rest of your life with, and you as a man not being ready to spend the rest of your life with that young lady. Not necessarily that young lady, but only that young lady. And one of the biggest mistakes I've made in my life was getting down on one knee, marrying someone when deep down inside I knew that I did not want to be with one woman for the rest of my life. Let me repeat that. Deep down inside, I knew that I did not want to be with one woman for the rest of my life. I knew that I wanted to be with her for the rest of my life, but it was not only her. I wanted to be with her for the rest of my life, and this person, and that person, and this person, and that person. One of the biggest mistakes that I've made in my life was marrying someone, meeting their family, meeting their parents, meeting their friends, when I knew deep down inside that I was going to cheat on them. I knew deep down inside that I wasn't ready. I was just ready to hold her down, handcuff her, claim her, give her my last name, assuming that that would prevent her from being with someone else, assuming that she would stick with me because we were married. And she said, and don't get me wrong, she said we were together 5 years. Honestly, to be honest with you, passport bros, men, women, I don't know how long we were together. You know, I could dig up some documents. I could dig up the marriage certificate. I could dig up the divorce paperwork and figure it out. But I don't know how long we were married. You know why? Because I was not faithful. I was not committed. And she knew that. How many men can sit up here and say, I was married for this many years? A faithful man should be able to give you that time frame. An unfaithful man like myself should not. And I see a lot of you passport bros, you're out here finding someone beautiful and you're marrying them. And I'm going to make a video about marrying these women off of looks. That's going to be another video. But that's what I did. That's what I did. And we were together 5 years and I was not faithful. I cheated on her. She know I cheated on her. And I'm not saying that she never cheated on me. I don't know. I don't know if she's ever cheated on me. But I do know that I cheated on her. She knows that I cheated on her. And that's one of the biggest mistakes that I've made, because you know what? I can be 100 years old, right? Married again. But I'm going to remember my first marriage. I'm going to remember my first wife. I'm going to remember that time I got down on one knee. I'm going to remember that engagement ring I bought her. And don't get me wrong, although I, as a young passport bro, found someone attractive, well, she's still attractive today. She's still very attractive today. She aged like wine. But I did not deserve her. I'm going to repeat that again. A lot of men don't say this. I did not deserve her. I wasted months and years of her time based on my own childish behavior. Now, don't get me wrong. I take 100% responsibility for my actions. But I must tell you, this woman was very much so taken care of. I was paying two rents. I was paying my rent, and I was paying her rent. I was paying her utilities. She wanted a brand new TV, like 50-some inches. Got her a TV. She needed braces in her mouth. We went to the dentist. I got braces put in her mouth. She wanted these fancy glasses. They was like $500-$600, right? Her eyes were bad. I went and got her glasses. I need to make another video on that too, about, you know, taking care of these women, you know, and their medical expenses and some of these things that they need. But I will say that she was very much taken care of. Anything she wanted or needed, I did. And I was spending large amounts of money on her. She had 2 or 3 condos. You know, one of them was very near the beach. She was spoiled. She never went without. You know, I remember buying her a phone. Whatever she needed, I provided. And this is a passport bro that has come a long ways. But I still have that same mentality that a man should do 2 things: protect and provide. And a woman may say a lot of things about me. A woman may say a lot of things about me, but they will never say that they were not provided for. They would never say that I didn't give them money. They would never say that I didn't help them financially. They would never say I didn't give them money to pay bills. And let's be honest, if I give you $500, $600, $700,000, you know, and you don't pay your bills with it, or you don't pay down a bill, or you don't pay a car note, or you don't pay your rent, that's on you, not me. I gave you the money. You do what you want to do with it. But one thing this woman can't say right here is that I did not provide. And maybe, just maybe, that is what held the relationship 5 years. Maybe, just maybe, there was a reason why she didn't leave me. Maybe, just maybe, there was a reason why she stuck with me. Because let's be honest, I know you've seen these memes, these TikToks uh, regarding women marrying a billionaire and the billionaire is cheating. Do they leave? And women walking in the door and he's with another woman and they do this, not like they ain't see it and they going about their business. A woman has to ask themselves, and I'm not saying a woman should stay with a cheater, but a woman has to ask themselves, Western women, wherever you're from in the world, do you want to go from a situation where you were spoiled, a man gave you everything you wanted and needed, paid you a rent, put money in your account, wired you money, paid for everything. You had no wants or needs whatsoever. Do you want to go from a man that was doing all of that back to where you started from? Back to struggling? Back to looking for a man? Back to dating, hoping that a man can fill half of the one shoe that the other guy filled? Because let's be honest, there aren't a lot of men like me. And I could post another message between, this young lady and myself, where I told her if she was with me, she would not be working. And every woman that I've ever been with in a relationship can tell you, times got hard after me. And I may make another video on that. Times got hard. Listen, every woman that I've been with, I've spent at least $1,000 a month during our time together. Every woman. Every woman that I've been with can tell you, yeah, Chris keeps flying. Yeah, he spent money. He might have been a little crazy. He may have said some things I ain't like. He may have done some things I ain't like, but he took care of me. And that's one thing a woman can't take away from me. If a woman says Chris keep flying, didn't take care of her, she's a liar. Her grandma's a liar. Her mama's a liar. Her aunt's a liar. Everybody's a liar. Because that's one thing that I pride myself in doing. And I'm not perfect. And these women aren't perfect and you aren't perfect. But I just say, Passport Bros, do not meet these beautiful women. Go get married knowing you weren't ready to settle down. I believe that a true Passport Bro should not get married until they're at least 29, 30 years old. Meet people. Enjoy the single life. Don't waste any woman's time the way I wasted this woman's time right here. And this is one of the biggest mistakes as a Passport Bro that I made in my entire life, is marrying this woman and wasting her time. Make the right decision, but don't make the decision based off of looks. And that's going to be one of my next videos. Don't waste these women's time. Don't marry them knowing you ain't ready to be with one person the rest of your life. You're not ready to be laid up in bed the rest of your life with one person. You ain't ready to be faithful. You're not ready to be committed. Because I wasn't. Don't make the same mistakes that I did, Passport Bros. Don't make the same mistakes that I did. Until next time.